Hi, I'm Dr. Sharon Melnick. Do you know that you waste time? Because if you do, I want to talk with you about two things that you're very familiar with, but you probably haven't put together how these two relate to each other. The first is confidence, how you feel about yourself. And the second is time management, how you spend your time, how focused you are, how productive you are. The idea is that how confident you are about yourself is absolutely going to determine how well you spend your time and what you get done. See, here's the connection. If you don't feel so confident in yourself, your life is going to be about two things. You're going to spend a lot of time trying to get other people to help you feel confident and trying to make sure that other people don't know that you don't feel so confident in your own self and that you don't feel enough. You're going to spend a lot of time that should be spent on getting things done. You're going to derail your focus when you should be focusing on getting done what you have to do. Let's go into a little bit more detail. The first thing I said. So when you don't feel so confident about yourself, what you're going to do is spend a lot of time trying to get other people to help you feel confident. So you're going to try to get other people to tell you that you're really good at what you do. You're going to try to get other people to reassure you that you're okay and that you're a good person. You're going to try to get other people to tell you that you're attractive. You're going to try to get other people to like you and make sure that they're not upset with you. There's tons of behaviors that you might do in order to accomplish these ends. Let's go over some of them. Well, you might work really, really hard and be perfectionistic in order to get other people to think that you're good at what you do. You might do a lot of favors for other people. You might say yes when you mean to say no. You might spend a lot of time trying to figure out what other people want and giving it to them. That's all good to be generous, but what you want to notice is it at the expense of getting done what you need to get done for your life and taking care of yourself, like exercising regularly? You might do things like change your clothes a lot and spend a lot of time obsessing about how you look. You might spend a lot of time really worrying about what other people are thinking about you. These are just some examples. But what do you do to try to get other people to help you feel confident in your own self? And now another question is, how much time do you spend a week doing these things? Is it minutes? Is it hours? It really adds up, doesn't it? Now, what if you could instantly feel confident in yourself and not waste all that time worrying about what other people think about you? What if you could instantly like yourself and respect yourself and not have to spend all that time trying to get other people to feel those ways about yourself? That's the shortest and fastest way for you to feel confident, and it's a way for you to stop all those hours of wasting time. Imagine that. Now, the second way that confidence is connected with how you spend your time is this. See, when you don't feel confident in yourself, then what you have to do is you have to make sure that other people don't know that you don't feel like you're good enough inside. So what might you do? Well, you might procrastinate and you might avoid. Let's go over some examples. So let's turn now to the second way that your confidence affects your time wasting. See, if you don't feel good enough in your own self, then you really need to make sure that nobody else knows that you have a doubt about yourself. Isn't that right? So what are you going to do? Well, it's probably going to set you up to procrastinate and avoid. Let's take an example. Let's say that you have an idea to get out to your clients. You want to send them an email. So when you sit down to write the email, you start to think to yourself, but what if they think this idea is stupid? Or what if nobody responds? Then I'm really going to look like a fool. Or can I really trust myself to know enough about this to send an email out to my clients? I mean, maybe I better get on the internet and surf around and find out some more information. Well, you can see how you're setting yourself up to procrastinate. Can you see how much time you're going to waste kind of going back and forth in this way? There's tons of behaviors that you probably do that serve as this kind of procrastination. I mean, let's say that you really need to call a prospect, but you don't feel like you have anything good enough to say. Well, you're probably going to dilly-dally around before you get around to it. Let's say that you have to make a call to a friend and say something really important, but you're a little worried that that friend is going to be upset with you. Well, you're probably going to put it off and do a bunch of meaningless activities in the meantime. So the question for you is, how much time do you waste procrastinating and avoiding in order to make sure that nobody else knows that you don't feel good enough in your own self? Is it minutes? Is it hours a week? Imagine this. how much time would you save if you were able to send out an email, make that phone call, and not worry really too much about what the other person's reaction was going to be, because you could know in your own self that no matter what happened, you could feel confident. Well, then you would really be unstoppable. And that's the place that you want to get to. You want to start to build that confidence in yourself, not spending so much time worrying about what other people are thinking, so that you can get onto the success that you deserve. So get started today. To take the first step, what I've done is prepare for you a free audio training on how to change your thoughts so that you can start to develop this kind of confidence. So you can go get it now at www.endwastedtime.com. It's written on the bottom of the screen for you. Go check it out and let me know what you think.